Alright guys, so this is episode 13 of my free-to-play series, and I believe this is also the last day for the quick draft for Strixhaven, so I'm gonna go ahead and do one last quick draft, and then I'm probably gonna do some Premiere if nothing too crazy replaces it. So let's get on with the draft. Alright, we got some pretty unexciting rares here. And then all our uncommons, minus this white card here, are really great. Cultivate, Decisive Denial, Quandrix Cultivator, all really great cards. Blood Researcher is a good common. Cram Session here. This is a good pack. I think I'm going to take the Cultivator here, and hopefully the bots don't take these cards. Okay, so we do have Prismari Apprentice here as a strong uncommon. Professor Zoomancy is just a strong green card, so maybe that would be the pick. Yeah, I think so. I think I like it better than the rest. Okay, here we have a second chance at the Apprentice here. I think I'm going to take it this time. I do like splashing red into my Quandrix decks, and I try to make it so the splash is pretty good. So I think I'm going to take the Apprentice here. I could take Eureka's Moment or Biblioplex. Even an Intro of Prophecy is good here. I think here I just want the power level card. There's argument taking Blood Researcher too. We probably will see more black than red coming around. So I'll take the Apprentice here. I'm not giving up much. This Eureka Moment is... I could pick one up later. I know that for sure. Okay, here's a pretty easy Burying Books. I like it better than our first field trip. If we do get a field trip, I'll be ecstatic about it, but I think Burying Books is just better. Alright, two interesting choices here. We do have a Negate, which is really strong in this format, but Serpentine Curve has been overperforming for me. Maybe I do tend to get the instants and sorceries a little high, or more higher than most. But I think here I'll take the Negate. Alright, so we have Opt. We could take Reflective Golem, but that doesn't usually do so well in these type of decks. Our 4-drops are currently slotted with better cards, so I think I'll just take an Opt. I could get a Study, but I don't want to learn on the splash. Okay, here Ardent Dust Speaker is good if you could reliably get the trigger off, but most times the removal is good enough in this set that every time I play this, it gets killed. Every time it gets played against me, I kill it. So here is the choice of our Pledge Mage, Campus, or Eplemancer. I'm more biased towards the big 5/5 creature. It's more of a old school way of thinking, having good quality rate creatures, especially in this format. It could do really good, especially in an aggressive Quandrix deck, which we could actually build towards. Or we could just get the reliable Campus Guide here and make sure we get our splash land in. So our only red is Apprentice, so maybe we don't have to prioritize lands here. Maybe I will just take the Pledge Mage as a big green beater. Okay, this is a card I'm happy to be splashing for, Masterpiece. It's easy to get cards there. Actually, interesting choice. We have a Campus or first Cram Session. We don't have any Learn at the moment, so maybe just taking the land here is better. I'm not too sure about that. The Apprentice Wield, so I think I'll just take it again. If we could fill up on 5 mana spells, these could get really good. Other than that, just chipping in for 2 every time I cast a spell is nice too. Here, I'll take a teach by example. I do like having at least 1 copy. I don't really like this Battle Seer. I think I'll just take a Claim the Firstborn. Maybe we'll play it, maybe we won't. Take another teach by example. Might play it, depends how desperate we get. Crux of Fate, that's a really good card right there. Alright, so in this pack, what stands out to me for my deck is Quandrix Apprentice, Barium Books, Environmental Science. I could take Environmental Science. It's such a strong card for us. Maybe we'll wheel the Explosive Welcome if we do this. Now I'm gonna have to prioritize cheap learn. Or I could just be safe and take another Barium Books. It does trigger my apprentices here. Or just get the Quandrix Apprentice here and try to be more traditional and not really play the Prismari Apprentice here. Because right now we have 0 learn out of the first pack. That doesn't mean we can't pick up tons. I think it is Barium Books because we don't have a ton. So hard. So hard. I think I will just take the Barium Books. Actually, you know what? I did hear on a podcast once. I can't quote who it is, but they said if you're stuck between a pick, always take the cheaper card. So I'm going to hedge on that. Just because I honestly don't know what to take. Okay, Body of Research. This could just make a huge guy. I think I'll take that. It does work with everything else. Hopefully we get the Zoomancy or a Fractal Summoning. Even this Commons back would be nice. So I think I'll take the Body of Research here. Just makes a huge guy. In these type of decks, I don't mind a Vortex Runner, just to hedge against the mirror. I could get my first learn here, but I don't have anything to go off of it. Actually, this Mentor Guidance actually looks pretty good with all these cheap creatures I have. Maybe I'll just take the Mentor's Guidance, just go full value with my deck. I think here I might just take the Explosive Welcome. It's easy enough to splash. I could take the Vortex Runner or the Amplimancer here. But I do want to load up on these expensive stuff. Alright, interesting choices now. We have Maelstrom Muse. It's really good to lower the cost of all ours, even not Body of Research, but the other two. It is off of our splash though, so that's going to be a little rough. We do have a Biomathematician. I think we might end up taking this because we're playing towards the heavy into the late. And I still feel like we could get these Eureka moments later. Alright, so here I have Curve, Cram Session, Scary Colony. Let's see, how much instants and sorceries do we have right now? Decent amount. I feel like I'm going to get a lot more, so I think I will take the first curve here. Alright, I wouldn't mind taking this commons, but we do have an arcane subtraction here, which I don't mind taking. Now any lessons that we pick up are going to be pretty much covered. I already have a negate, but maybe I do want another test of talents in this type of deck. But maybe I just want a colony just to defend myself better. Okay, I don't mind splashing a warden here. I do want to get my fixing a little bit better. Or I want to get better fixing, I should say. But all we have is the Quandrix campus here. In case we need 2 drops. We might play this golden ratio. We are playing a lot of creatures. Alright, I think for our pick here, I think we're going to go with Master Symmetrist. We are playing a lot of creatures. It's just a really good card. I'm picking it over another Zoomancy, Fractal Summoning, Subtraction. This just gives trample to all our tokens, even our big stuff. Witherbloom, Serpentine Curve. So yeah, I think I'll take the Symmetrist. Alright, really strong pickup here with the Mage Duel. I like it over everything else. Alright, so I guess... Let's see, we could take a past summonings for our board, not the strongest. I think I'd rather get a campus guide at this point because I haven't seen any lands passing through. I want to be able to splash this red well. Alright, so there's Harmonize here, which is a really strong card. Just draw 3, where we have a choice of another Mage Duel. Let's see, our 4-drop quality is very well. Maybe not play 2. I already have a Mage Duel. Having 2 might be better. I am low on interaction, so I'll take the Mage Duel. It is going to be sad. I do like drawing 3. Alright, so here I'll just take a pop quiz, I believe. I might not even play it because I don't have much learn to get. Alright, so there's the emergent sequence in campus. I do like the campus more. I don't like the idea of my splash being able to be killed. So that's why I'm not too high on this card. So I'm just going to take the campus here. I'm going to take summonings. We really needed this. This is a really nice pickup for us. Alright, so we could take a second subtraction here, and I think that's what we're going to do over the Befuddler. Alright, a lot of good stuff came around, but I think here I'm just going to take the campus again. Just really shore up our splash. And to continue on that trend, I'm going to take a Letters of Acceptance. I could take a start from scratch, and I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, so I think I'm going to take this start from scratch here. I do want more things to get out of the board. Right now I only have elemental summoning, and wow, is that really it? Yeah, I just have elemental summoning, so I think I am going to take start from scratch. Alright, here I'm not going to play anything. I'll take the uncommon. Not going to play square up. I'm not going to play any of these. Tangle Trap I actually might play. Alright guys, so this is the deck I ended up building. I ended up not playing any of the apprentices I picked up. I did want to play this campus guide here, but I feel like Tangle Trap is going to do a lot more for us. There's a lot of flyers in this format, so I feel like this is a main deckable card in my opinion. And I'm going to test it out here because there's tons of good flyers, even not just in blue. We got flyers in red, we got flyers in white, flyers in black, and the flyers for Prismari tend to be this deck's downfall, especially if they could get aggressive starts with flyers. So I think a Tangle Trap would be good here. Alright, so let's get on with the games and see how we do. Alright, this is a perfectly okay hand to go first with. Now I kind of wish I had the environmental science here. See, I kind of want to wait. That would be too greedy, wouldn't it? Teach by example, arcane, and the mage duel. Because if I don't do anything else now, it's like, what else am I doing? See. I guess I'll just pass the turn for now. I could still save up. Maybe I could just block an arcane subtraction in. That's a really good card to fight off. Alright. That was a play, opponent. I think here I go and just elemental summonings. Next turn I could fight two things off. Let's go no blocks. Right here I'm willing to try it. And let's kill the apprentice before they get a lot of value off of that. I think I'll fight it with the Scurry Colony, yeah. see, should I go for an attack? I think I'll trade off my Scurry Colony. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind keeping it either, it's only gonna get bigger. Okay. Let's see, I kind of do just want to play the Pledge Mage here. Just give my opponent a target with that. It's better than playing nothing and just Bearing Books, Vortex Runner, or something like that. Maybe a Pledge Mage if it gets too crazy. Ooh, that was a good card to get. So I think here I attack with just my elemental. I mean, yeah, he could double block it for sure, but and he takes it. That's interesting. I would have double blocked. Because now the pressure is gonna just feel a lot next turn. I mean, he didn't know I was going to do this, but... Oh, maybe that's why. He just wants to attack for 6 all the time. Alright. A little late on the negate there. That's alright. These Vortex Runners are going to do a lot of work. The follow-up for my opponent was very strong. Yeah, I lost. There's nothing I could do here. That's a gift if he blocks like that. Let's return that. Block that because I have to. I don't think I have anything to buff my my creatures. I don't think. No, that wasn't it. Was it? Good games, opponent. Alright, I feel like this is our risky keep of the night. We just need one more mana to play the letters, and then I could go off with Quandrix Cultivator, but if I get lucky and draw the land, even better. Alright, not looking good, deck. Eesh. Okay. rid of our worst card. Luckily we do have a Barium Bugs to reset that. There we go. I think I need a ramp here just to even out on mana from our opponent. I don't want to be that big of disparity in mana. I want to be able to play my Cultivator next turn. Okay, I don't know how successfully I stopped his attack. I really needed to draw a land right there so I could hold up negate. Alright, luckily that seems to be the worst of it. Right here, I think I'm just gonna play a Quandrix Apprentice. I think it's time to reset that. There's also an argument to play the Pledge Mage here before, so we could start getting some counters. But I feel like they just topped a removal spell here, and that's what they need to get the Karok through. So I think I will play the Pledge Mage just in case they did get the removal. And this lets me gain life easier playing it now than later. So that might be relevant. Alright, so we officially stopped the halt, which is really good for us. I think here I am just going to play a Apprentice and Sego. I could play a Symmetrist here, but there's two cards I could play, a Book or a Negate. And I'm not attacking. This is a card I want to play when I'm attacking. Alright, opponent seems to be roping us, or maybe just went AFK real quick. I shouldn't assume that right away. Alright, so he goes for the Devouring Tendrils. I'm actually going to negate that. Okay, here a island. I wonder if he's going to make a sacrificial play. Nope. It's just that. I think here I'm going to play Masterpiece. Now that they've shown the ability not to be able to handle my board here. And they're stuck on 4 mana. No need to attack now, I'll just be patient and attack with my 4/4s. See, now I get to be even more patient. Gonna have to wait because that 5/5 is actually doing a pretty good job blocking everything. I want things to trade when he blocks. I don't want him to just slowly eat my board away. Okay. Interesting, interesting. I think I block like this. Alright. Hopefully he doesn't have that pump spell. The drought, the gain, however. Oh, Snakeskin Veil. Does that gain you line? Oh, that happened after. I see, I see. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna have to play a little bit slower than we wanted to. That's alright. Let's eat, trade like this. Bearing Books the Researcher. This lets me scry. Maybe I want to scry before I crack my letters. Okay, here I would use my negate, right? That's such a good card. In this situation. Yeah, I don't think there's a card in my deck that could get me back from the 2/9/9s. I'm just gonna end it here. Not waste any of our time. Alright, we just need to draw some creatures, but this hand's okay. I'm fine keeping hands like this. Alright, let's see what they're gonna try to accomplish here. I am going to negate that though. Should I? I don't know if that was the right move. Probably not. I think I should save my negates for something better. Play the Zoomancy here because I am gonna want to fight this Rutha as soon as I can. Yeah, like right here, they left a window of weakness. So I think here I'm just gonna fight here. I have to kill this right away because then Rutha goes crazy. And this lets me get in there with the Zoomancy. Okay. Pass turn now. Alright. They really want to get their valley off. I think I could do better. No attacks here. I think I need to leave my defenses up. Ooh, that's a good one for them. Alright, so they got the board all cluttered up. It's gonna be hard for my deck to punch through all this. Oh man, I think I could have scryed right there. Or next turn he can start attacking, so I think I do want to start playing that. Then I'm gonna pass the turn again. Don't want to leave my defenses down. Yeah, you could attack. I could eat your guys. Hopefully they get greedy and attack with all. But I doubt it. Oh wow, they did it. Okay. Yeah, he didn't even have enough cards in his graveyard for the value. And yeah, I'll gain the baby life for now. Arcane Subtraction, the one blocking the Zoomancy, so I could keep it all. Let's see. Oh, I see what he's trying to do. Just have to negate that one. Yeah, I'll let him have it. I feel like the 1 point of damage to any target might be relevant. Let's see. Alright, let me get this Arcane Subtraction before he has more mana. Let's see, I do not. A lot of drawing and discarding in our opponent's stack. Alright, good games, opponent. Alright, I'm going first. This is too tough of a hand to keep, so I'm gonna hit the mulligan. Alright, this is a lot better. I'm gonna put back the teach by example. I do want it, but I think, actually maybe the curve should go back. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put back the curve. Maybe teach by example something else. Ah, that's so greedy, but the teach by example double mage dual play is pretty sweet. I think we could get there before Serpentine curve becomes anything relevant. Alright, we could disguise ourselves a little bit more, but I don't think that's necessary. This does leave us open to the teach by example play. Hopefully force him to play another creature that he thinks could stand up to this. If I could teach by example my mage duel on 2 creatures here, I'll be pretty happy. Good creatures too. I don't want to be fighting the dorks that just come back from the graveyard or anything like that. That's a good creature. Alright, I'm excited to do this now. Okay, so we're going to teach by example. Mage duel. Swinging for 4. Alright, these are good turns for us. He's using removal on stuff that's not that strong. Not what we wanted to see. Luckily for us, those are not the most strong, powerfulest cards, but still free cards for our opponent, which is bad. I was like, opponent just drew 2 cards right there. Mage duel doesn't get the job done here. Not until I get another land. It's not what we wanted to see at all. I think that's the game now. I don't think there's a combination of cards in my deck that could get me out of this. Tangle Trap, no good for us now. Zoomancy, that's a start. Hopefully this gets through. Let's check the graveyard. Let's see how many. No cards for the Tome Shredder. Alright, they get a Annihilation. That would have been very bad for us. I'm interested to see what he's going to put the counters on. So just go for the obvious blocks here. That's gonna be tough. Oof. Good games, opponent. Alright guys, that was a pretty disappointing draft, to be honest. I don't like to blame variance for things like this. I know I got land screwed, so did my opponents in some games, so I can't even argue. Or one of my opponents, the one I won against. But yeah, I try not to blame variance too much. It is part of the game. It's why we all play Magic, because every game could be completely different. So, also why I don't get mad when I get completely slaughtered like this. Like, I mean, I still have fun playing the game, you know. This is why I do this. So yeah, that's a huge beating for us. We'll see you guys on the next draft. Hopefully the beating is not so grandiose. Till next time, guys.